Alright guys, we are back for more of my 2025 Easter special. We just did a game of Mario Party Superstars for the Nintendo Switch, and that was a whole lot of fun. We played a game on Woody Woods, and we were able to pull off a very good successful win on that. But before we get started with our next segment, I did pick up a special guest during the break, and that is Video Game Fan 96.
Hey, hello, what do you know? Oh, wait, I stole Edman's line. Well, King, aside, yeah, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, I bet you are. So anyways, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Super Mario Party Jamboree for the Nintendo Switch. So let's see how we do. Plus Mario, of course. Alright, time to climb aboard the hot air balloon and stop for adventure. Alright, we'll do Mario Party, of course. Play the classic party rules. And I'll have Dominic pick the board that we'll play on, since I do have him with me as a special guest.
Normally, I would choose the Rainbow Galleria one, since it's my favorite board, but that'd be a bit cliche for this kind of special. So instead, I'd rather do Mario's Rainbow Castle, since it is my favorite board in the original Mario Party.
Oh, sure! We can do Mario's Rainbow Castle. Alright, so it looks like Spike, Yoshi, and Peach are going to be our opponents today. And we will have the computer players on normal difficulty. Alright, I'm going to set up the party settings here very quickly. We'll do 15 turns, and we'll, of course, have the bonus stars on. And I'm going to turn off the motion-controlled mini games. Alright, we're ready to play, so let's go.
I can find it very weird, though, that Rosalina is literally the only Jamboree showdown minigame where it forces motion controls on you. Even though, based on what I played on that particular minigame, they could have easily had it to where you use regular control, or, button control. So I don't know why they thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not really so sure why that's the case either. But yeah, I agree with your point there, that they could have actually made it with the regular controls right here, but it is what it is. Alright, let's see who goes first. Alright, I'm going second. That's not too bad.
Also, Nintendo 64.
Yeah, because basically from what I saw right there, Yoshi ended up getting a 6, while Peach ended up getting a 4. Combine them together at once, and it makes a 64. That's basically why Dominic was pointing that out. But anyways, Spike's going first, followed by me, then Yoshi, then Peach. And like always on this board, the star will always appear at the top of that tower. Alright, let's get this party started.
However, as you guys well know, for every time someone buys a star, then it goes straight to the imposter Bowser, unless someone lands on the event space, which reverses the effect.
Yeah, that is absolutely true right there. So you want to basically keep that in mind all throughout this board. Alright, it's my turn.
Poor Spike.
Yeah, he already lost some coins on the rest based on what I saw. And we start off with a 9. Okay, so let's go ahead and stopping by the item shop. Okay, so is there like a certain item that we should get to start off?
Well, I was thinking, I was thinking of, a regular pipe, just in case in case if you're close to an imposter Bowser, and then you could use the regular pipe to try to avoid it.
Oh, pipe is actually a pretty nice choice. Yeah, we'll go for that. And now switches over to the Kamek shop right here. Alright, let's see what happens with Yoshi. A 10. And looks like he's gonna buy a half-coin steel trap. Oh, right. Basically, those traps come in two right there. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, we just gotta get used to it.
Alright, let's go to Peach now. And she gets a 3. Alright, let's jump right into our first mini game. Alright, we're starting off with a 1 versus 3, and I'm paired up with Yoshi and Peach. We're playing Unfriendly Flying Object.
The funny thing is, there's actually a little bit of a trick for the UFO player to win a lot of the time.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting right there. I have to agree to that. Oh boy, Yoshi's already out.
And basically, to those who doesn't know yet somehow, which I don't mean any offense to any of them, there is a Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I may end up getting it, but very less likely for that. Since, but hey, I could get it, to try it out maybe once or twice. But so GG's on Daniel's team winning that one.
I do appreciate that, so thank you. And yeah, that is correct for what Dominic is saying. They are going to be doing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of this game that is set to come out later in July this year. So that's definitely pretty exciting right here. I'm not really too sure if I'm going to get my hands on the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of this game yet after it releases, but I'm going to think about that right here. We shall see what happens.
I'm less likely, as for me personally, I'm less likely going to get it, but I may end up getting it, but I could end up getting it, to try it out with people like Nick Enlightened and Mark.
Yeah, these two people out there are definitely big examples. We should probably go left right here, because I'm going to land on an unlocky space if I go right.
Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to mute myself a bit, because I got to get something out of the washing machine, so I'll be back.
Alright, no worries, Dominic. Alright, so anyways, Yoshi's putting down his half-coin steel trap right there, and he's going to roll a 2. And it looks like he gets a warp box there on that lucky space. Alright, 2 for Peach this time. And looks like she's gonna get a hidden block. Alright, what does she get from this? 7 coins. Alright, now on to another mini game. And this time it's gonna be a 4-player mini game. Let's see what we're playing here. Lumber Tumble.
Start.
Oh, all my pawns fell off there, so I'm the only one left that's still alive. Let's hope we don't fall off this bridge. But then again, it doesn't really matter what happens here, because either way, we're still going to get that win.
Yeah, I am back, and yeah, I would agree though, because this particular minigame is pretty simple to win a lot of the time, and I just don't know whether that was a perfect idea to where the minigame still continues if the last person is literally standing right there.
Well, first of all,
That's already won anyways, so at that point the minigame may as well have ended when the person is literally the last person standing on the minigame.
Well, first of all, welcome back, Dominic, and yeah, I do agree with what everything you're saying there, because doesn't really make too much sense for that kind of minigame to keep going right here, even if you're just the only one that's left alive. Well, looks like Spike got himself a creepy dice block there from the item minigame that he played. Okay, so anyways, it's back over to me, and we're going to roll a 9. Alright, so we're now seeing Boo, and we can only steal coins for right now, since nobody has any stars. Alright, but anyways, Peach has the most money right now, and she does barely have the lead, so we're going to take from her.
Oh no, how dare you, Lauren? How big is your coin coming? But yeah, all kidding aside, I do know one of these days that when I do a plumber complex, I do know I'm going to have to, video game guy 99, you're going to have to continue playing this game. Are going to have to start over on the Road Raceway floor, because I know we were doing it originally, but then I saw Collusion Farm Microsoft Valencia, then I figured that at that point we may just start over on that particular board. To make it more fair for the computer players, but on hard difficulty. But and yeah, you can take it. And also, wow, bad number. And also, it's a good thing you got the event. No, not the event. Sorry. It is a good thing that you got the regular pipe, Daniel, when you did.
Yeah, we certainly did make the right call on that. In case if Imposter Bowser was going to appear at the top of the tower, so thank goodness for that. And yeah, for what Dominic was saying, there was a point for ourselves where we were playing Roam Raceway, but unfortunately we didn't get through that all the way, and we were basically playing all the different kinds of boards for ourselves on a hard difficulty, but because of those changes that happened right here, we just haven't attended to that kind of thing for a while together. Alright, looks like Big Top Quiz is our next minigame we're playing.
This is dedicated the minigame where I'm terrible at, especially the one that always screwed, but it screwed me over all the time, which is, which waving toad is the correct picture or whatever.
Alright, well anyways, let's try to concentrate right here, and we'll talk more about that a little later. Alright, which was their viewer up? That would be Boom Boom.
normal computer players. You guys could have done better than that.
Round 2.
Yeah, I was the only one that got that correct in the first round. But anyways, let's see what happens in round number 2. Alright, which was it there? I believe that's the spiny. And all of us got that correct. Alright, final round coming up.
Final round.
Okay, which was the waving toad? I think that's the regular Goomba. And I got it right! So we're gonna win that mini game with a total of a perfect 15 points.
Yeah, like if there isn't an achievement based around that, then there should have been an achievement called Perfect Quiz Taker or something like that.
Yeah, honestly, that would be a good fitting name for that kind of achievement if that was the case. But yeah, anyways, to answer what Dominic was saying right here, well, first of all, we have Luigi as a Jamboree buddy now. But anyways, for Big Top Quiz out there, yeah, it may look pretty simple right here, but some of the rounds could get tough some of the time if you're not paying close attention right here to each and every one of the icons on the balls.
And I would also highly recommend, Daniel, to basically save your regular pipe for when it says 10 spaces or whatever. I'm not saying you have to do that, it's just recommendation.
Well, we're definitely going to save that up for right now, since I'm not even close to the tower. And plus, I'm not even that far away from Luigi. Alright, so we're going to roll 7.
This is also aka the Jamboree buddy minigame that I'm terrible at because the final part of the thing, and that because of my very bad memory, I just don't do all that great in this minigame unless I just screenshot everything and just go through my photos to cheat that way.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling all that confident on this one right here, but we should still try our best on it and see what happens. So, I do have the advantage with me.
Jamboree minigame on here. Sorry, the first there, Daniel, but basically are Peach and Daisies, because those I think are pretty fun.
Yeah, those are pretty nice choices overall right there, to say the least. And yeah, with me having the advantage right here for this showdown minigame, it makes the first room already cleared.
I mean, at that point, they may as well have designed it to where the Jamboree buddy, advantage is where the final thing is already solved for you. I mean, I can understand why they didn't design it that way, but that's certainly what helped me out, considering my very bad memory skills. So, what can you do? It's just how the game is designed.
Yeah, that's very much true right here. Alright, looking good out there so far.
The final room being the way that was designed, then I certainly would have an easier time of winning this particular minigame here.
Alright, I gotta think carefully right here about where to go right here on these tiles. Okay, we're good. And now here comes the challenging part. Alright, let's try to pay close attention here. Alright, I'm ready to give it a shot. We got it!
Yeah, GG's on that. Like seriously, I don't know how. I get it. Vegan Phoenix 99, aka Daniel, has better memory than I do, but I just don't know how he can do it just so well.
Yeah, it all just depends on the order that you gotta push the buttons in. It may be hard a lot of the time, but sometimes it can actually be pretty simple. So now we got Luigi as an ally. Okay, so we're gonna go this way, just so we can get some more coins on the blue space.
And announce the Mario Brothers together.
Yeah, it's very fitting right there as well. Right there like that. Alright, Yoshi gets the 7.
If he would have gone in an 8, he would have landed on the event space.
Yeah, it would have very much helped us out right there, but it's okay. Alright, well, Peach is gonna get a 9. And she's getting 15 coins on that lucky space.
Minigame.
Alright, time to see what our next minigame is. We're doing a 4-player minigame. And we are playing Rinks to Riches.
Yeah, I really don't think this minigame is as bad as like what Nick or whatever says. I personally think this controls just fine.
Yeah, I do happen to agree that same way. The controls on this are pretty simple overall right here, where you're just going around collecting coins out on the ice rink. Alright, looks like we get 20 coins right there. That really helps us out. Alright, let's head over to turn number 5.
I got football.
Classic Subway reference there.
Oh yeah, unfortunately though, Spike is gonna steal Luigi away from Phoenix 1999 here.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate right there, but we can just get him right back as long as we can get something other than a 1.
Well, you better be hoping you don't go to where the imposter Bowser is. Okay, good, you don't. But you're seeing double Bowser now.
Yeah, it is nice that we avoided seeing imposter Bowser at the tower, but we unfortunately have to deal with this Bowser space twice as we literally just got Luigi back so quickly. Oh boy, Bowser Revolution! And either way, it's not going to help us out right there, all because we have the most money. And now all of us are at 51 apiece.
I learned my lesson when I landed on the Bowser space at the Jamboree, buddy, because I didn't realize it was gonna count it as double at the time when it first happened to me.
Alright, well, let's see what happens over here this time. Well, we have to give up 20 coins right there, but oh well. That is true, all because Bowser is the villain in the Mario franchise.
No, I was trying to do like a Sonic reference, and also.
Oh! That really helps us out right here from where we are at, thanks to that event space that Yoshi just landed on.
Celebrate if I were you, Daniel, Big Fan X99, because, bro, you know, Spike could snipe it away, or Pete could.
Oh, yeah, thanks to the help of her triple dice that she is using. Yeah, she's gonna get it.
And I can't see how many coins she has, but if she has 40 coins or more, now she can double it.
Yeah, all because she literally just took Luigi from me. Yeah, that makes things even worse right here in this case.
Well, I guess it's not too bad, because if Spike rolls a low enough number, you could use a regular warp pipe to avoid the imposter Bowser on the tower, but that's only if you wish to do it.
Well, it depends on what happens with Spike's next roll here, but we'll have to see how this plays out.
Ah, shit, Peach, I can't believe you stole Luigi away from Mario. It would have made more sense for Daisy to steal Luigi away instead, but she's not even in the game anyway, so whatever.
Alright, it's time for a 1 versus 3 minigame, and I'm by myself for this one. Sunset Standoff.
This minigame isn't all that bad, but the thing that I think is kind of pretty much stupid is that the person with the giant gold bill, or the bonsai bill, whatever it is you guys want to call it here, is that player has 5 chances, which I think is pretty stupid. I would have designed it to where they have 3 chances to knock everybody off of the stand.
Yeah, with the fact that the solo player has 5 chances to knock out the team players in this kind of minigame, it just makes it pretty easy for the solo player to win out right here a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's a key word, a lot of the time. Because I do know there was, I believe, several instances out there where I didn't, where I didn't knock off Daniel's team. The one time we were playing it, I don't know if it was over my old place or the new place, but the point still stands in terms of that. But that's why, like I said, that's the key words a lot of the time.
Alright, so we're up to a tie for second place right now.
Hide and sneak more than the Sunset Standoff, but whatever.
Yeah, if you guys remember.
So it's a 9. So he sees the imposter Bowser. So either way, Daniel's pretty much saved.
Yeah, thank goodness for that right here. So we can just hold off on the warp pipe for now. But yeah, if you guys do remember Sneak and Snore from Mario Party 2, then you guys know how much I don't like that minigame at all.
Well, I meant to say a rip-off of Hide and Sneak, but that's basically what I meant to say is compared to the rip-off of Hide and Sneak on this game, I hate that particular minigame more than the Sunset Standoff. It's not that I really hate Sunset Standoff, but I'm just saying in terms of dislikes wise, I dislike the rip-off of Hide and Sneak more.
Yeah, I can't blame you for that right there, for how it is designed. Especially for the fact right here that those spots are removed after the solo player uses it for each round.
As much as I dislike Hide and Sneak, at least on that particular minigame, one hiding piece gets removed for every turn, pretty much, in terms of that particular minigame wise. So at least that minigame has that excuse going for it.
We are now on the board of the star, which is good news here. So anyways, let's go ahead and go back to Yoshi. And he rolls a 4.
Really? You wish you're gonna pass out? Like, pass up on hyperspace? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised about that, honestly. Well, Peach rolled a 2, but let's see if she can increase that. It looks like she can, thanks to the help of Luigi here, since his advantage when you do have him as an ally is to try to have an easier time getting bigger numbers.
However, there is a random chance where let's say if you roll a certain number, let's just say you roll a 5. And where Luigi, where he jumps up to hit said dice block, there is, I don't know how small the chance is, but there is a random chance, there's a chance that the number will be the same exact roll that you got, making it obsolete.
Yeah, every single time when you have Luigi as an ally at the start of your turn, you always don't know whether or not he can actually increase it to a better number right here. It's just the RNG for how it usually is. Oh, Cold Front's our next minigame. This is a good one.
Oh yeah, for sure. But, probably one of my favorite minigames on here. I do like the idea that you have to, try to avoid the blowing clouds, whatever their official names are called, and I just think it's a pretty fun one overall.
I believe these cloud enemies right here are called the Typho Flurries.
Because I've always just pretty much thought of them as giant clouds, but Gigi told the same, because Daniel got that one pretty easily.
Oh yeah, I sure did. Because I especially paid really good attention right there to where those Typho Flurries were blowing at.
New turn.
Alright, let's keep going. Bye, Luigi.
Bye-bye.
Spike is going to set down the Star Steel trap, and he's putting it there.
Alright, so looks like everybody's got to be careful with that space.
Yeah, you're very much true on that right here, because we definitely don't want to afford that for ourselves. Oh, Spike is buying super creepy dice.
I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to change it to creepy dice instead, but either way, trap.
Yeah, Spike just lost half his money to Yoshi right there.